know that article's accurate? Caitlyn is really getting married.
You know what I just watched?
Me pulling a can off some idiot's fist?
Return of the Jedi.
Did you not hear me? Caitlyn Bree is really getting married.
Which one do you like better? Empire or Jedi?
Empire.
Blasphemy.
Empire had the better ending. Luke gets his hand cut off, finds out Vader's his father, and Han gets taken off by Boba Fett, and ends on such a down note. And that's what life is, a series of down endings. All Jedi had was a bunch of Muppets.
There's something else going on in that Jedi. I never noticed it until today. So they built another Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Now the first one they built was completed and fully operational before the rebels destroyed it.
Luke blew it up. Give credit where it's due.
And the second one was still being built when they blew it up.
Compliments of Lando Calrissian.
Something just never sat right with me that second time they destroyed it. I could never put my finger on it. Something just wasn't right.
And you figured it out.
The first Death Star was manned by the Imperial Army stormtroopers, dignitaries. The only people on board were Imperials.
Basically.
So when they blew it up, no prob, evil was punished.
And the second time around?
The second time around, it wasn't even finished yet. They were still under construction.
So?
A construction job of that magnitude would require a hell of a lot more manpower than the Imperial Army had to offer. I'll bet there were independent contractors in on that thing. Plumbers, aluminum siders, roofers.
Not just Imperials is what you're getting at.
Exactly. In order to get it built quickly and quietly, they'd hire anybody who could do the job. Do you think the average stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet main? All they know is killing in white uniforms.
Alright. So even if independent contractors were involved with the making of the second Death Star, why are you so uneasy about its destruction?
All those innocent contractors hired to do the job, they were killed. Casualties of a war they had nothing to do with. Alright, look, you're a roofer and some juicy government contract comes your way. You got the wife and kids and a 2-story in suburbia. This is a government contract, which means all sorts of benefits. All of a sudden, these left-wing militants blast you with their lasers and wipe out everyone within a 3-mile radius. You didn't ask for that. You have no personal politics. You're just trying to scrape out a living.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what were you talking about?
The ending of Return of the Jedi.
My friend is trying to convince me that any contractors working on the uncompleted Death Star were innocent victims when they were destroyed by the rebels.
Well, I'm a contractor myself. I'm a roofer. Done and ready home improvements. And speaking as a roofer, I can say that a roofer's personal politics come heavily into play when choosing jobs.
Like when?
2 weeks ago, I was offered a job up in the hills. A beautiful house with tons of property. It was a simple reshingling job. They told me that if I was finished within a day, my price would be doubled. Then I realized whose house it was.
Whose house was it?
Dominic Bambino's.
Babyface Bambino? The gangster?
The same. The money was right, but the risk was too high. I knew who he was, and based on that, I passed the job on to a friend of mine.
Based on personal politics.
Right, and that week, the Forshee family put a hit on Babyface's house. My friend was shot and killed. He didn't even finish shingling.
No way.
I'm alive because I knew there were risks involved taking on that particular client. My friend wasn't so lucky. You know, any contractor willing to work on the Death Star knew the risks. If they were killed, it was their own fault. A roofer listens to this, not his wallet.
No, pizza.